I'm having some technical difficulties, so hopefully this video will actually get through. Um, this video is about unfinished business. I'm going to try to make this a one part. I'm going to try to make this short. It is not for children who are not of the age of dating, so if you're not like over 13, this ain't the video for you. If you are over 13 or 13 and you're considering getting into a relationship, then you should probably pay attention to this because it's going to affect you at some point, at some time in your life. Okay, the reason why this thing is called unfinished business because of the things I've read in my other videos that should already be playing about how a guy got the football player who got shot by his new girlfriend's ex-boyfriend. I'm explaining because I'm one of these people too. I'm one of them people who believe that when you fall in love forever, and you never truly fall out of love, even though you're not with that person, and circumstances or whatever cause this problem. And your true happiness is that person's happiness, even if they're not with you, and you will eventually move on. I've had to move forward, and had things worked out, I would have been with the love of my life going on 10 years next year. But since it didn't work out, and I'm completely 1000% single, and I'm probably going to wind up staying that way until I die. I don't have children. My career is basically non-existent. And, I want to drop a few things that doesn't have something to do with martial arts again. Unfinished business. Being that I read that article about the football player getting shot by his new girlfriend's ex-boyfriend. When you enter a relationship, no matter who you're with, and I know that no one wants to dredge up their past relationships, and I'm not talking about dredge it up as in comparing. Like, alright, you have one girlfriend that you were with that was just a fucking sex addict, and y'all had sex all the time. You had so much sex you got tired of sex. But it was mostly her that just wanted the sex. And it was a great relationship because as much as you love sex, she loved it more. And y'all eventually broke up for whatever asinine reason it was. Your new girlfriend maybe gives you sex once or twice a month. And it's not because she's busy, and it's not because she has endometriosis. It's just that she's really just not into sex. She might just love you for you, but not really want to have sex. And a lot of women just aren't really sexually active. Now, being that I'm not a woman, I don't really know how a woman's sex drive works, but I know they have a better control method over their sex drive than most of us men. And then they get mad at us for watching porn all the goddamn time. Alright? Got that out the way. So when you're with your new girlfriend versus your old girlfriend, or in the case that you are a woman and you're with your new boyfriend versus your old boyfriend, you really got to let them know the pros and cons. And I say that so that you're not like the football player that I read about in the other video that got shot by his ex-girlfriend, or his new girlfriend's ex-boyfriend, really something hooker or something or another. Just go check the other video. Most of the girlfriends I've ever had have not been psycho. Okay? They haven't been crazy. They may have been through some shit. And for the majority, I hate to say this, they were all cheaters. Now, my ex-fiance was not a cheater, but she went through some stuff, and I didn't really find that much out about it until after the relationship. And though I tried some more, the relationship truly ended when she got the law involved and got me for harassment for 2 love songs and 2 text messages. I can understand the love songs because my singing voice totally sucks. And your ears will bleed if I sing to you. If you checked out some of my videos and you survived to see this one, good job. So, I would tell people in the past relationships that I've had, I'm an honest man. And I've been cheated on so many times that I half-ass expected. I'm not a pretty man. I'm not like women are throwing their underwear at me like Tom Jones. I'm not George Clooney. I'm not pretty at all. I'm damn right ugly. But I'm okay because I was once uglier when I burnt all of this shit off. So I'm happy with my ugliness. But every girlfriend I've ever had, except for the last one, we could have been together forever, but it was her choice, not mine. They all were cheating. So when I was with my last fiance, And I told her, I was like, look, if you're gonna cheat on me, just be honest about it. We can probably work through it. But you know, the golden rule on if you're gonna cheat on me is don't sleep with my brothers, don't sleep with my friends, don't sleep with anybody who knows any of them. You know, if you're gonna sleep with somebody who's not in our town. Because if it gets back to me and you didn't tell me, first I'm gonna hunt this person down. I'm gonna break their neck, and I realized that that wasn't the right move because they're innocent and they probably don't know about me. Okay, and that happens a lot in relationships when you're a man or a woman and you're cheating while you're in a relationship or whatever. The significant other is not known about by the person that you're cheating with. So we all kind of jump the gun and just say, oh, I'm going to go beat this guy's ass. Women probably feel the same way. Instead of beating the person who knew better than cheating in the first place, which, let's be honest, you really shouldn't put your hands on anyone even if they've wronged you a lot. No. She's going to have to wait. Anyway, the whole point of the matter is that, you know, when you have unfinished business, you need to inform your people. Your new girlfriend has the right to know if your ex-girlfriend is driving through your neighborhood threatening to beat her up or whatever the hell the problem may be. And if you're a girl, your new boyfriend has the right to know that your ex-boyfriend was a stalker, or he follows you to your job, or he calls you and threatens you all the time. Which, by the way, let me clarify, I did none of those to my ex-fiance. I gave her 2 text messages and 2 love songs, and then I found myself in court talking to the judge. I had to explain to him, and he asked me why did we break up, and I told him if I knew that, I wouldn't be in court. But when our breakup came, it was as simple as this phrase: relationships are overrated, and you can't come see me anymore. Now, mind you, during the whole relationship, I never not once raised my voice at her, let alone my hand. She slapped me twice. Once in public and once in front of her friends over a conversation that I didn't deem worthy of her sharing with her friends about our sex life. And so when she slapped me, I raised my hand up and then I put my finger and I said, I'm not going to hit you because I love you. I don't hit women because I was raised better than that. And when you love someone, you don't bring physical harm to them. And I don't know who you were with before me, but I'm a real man and I'm going to keep my damn hands to myself. I grabbed my backpack, I took my nunchucks, I went and broke some stuff, and then we met, we apologized to each other, and we went home and we had a good time. And then we saw Twilight, and our relationship was over in like a day after we seen whichever Twilight it was, which is why I never finished the saga because it still brings bad memories. I also sadly can no longer eat grilled cheeses, and grilled cheeses was my favorite. I used to make them for her all the time. And now if I so much as look at a grilled cheese sandwich or eat a grilled cheese sandwich, my body gets sick and I throw up. I haven't figured out how to stop that cure, so I no longer eat grilled cheeses. No, they were like my favorite food. I made them for her all the time. I have a problem eating brownies because she used to make me brownies. I wrote a song about it, but that's neither here nor there. The point of the matter is, our relationship ended, and it didn't end on good terms for me. However, wherever she is, I hope that she's happy, and I'm not going to attempt to reach out to her or any of that shit. 2 reasons. 1, the judge said so. And 2, you know, it's unfinished business, but it's only unfinished on my end. It's not unfinished on her end. So I'm going to wish her well and hope that she's happy and pray that whoever she's with treats her better than I treated her, which is almost impossible because I treated her like the greatest gift that God had ever given me. But also when I met her, I was walking down Suicide Road, and had I not met her, Kung Fu Havoc 2 would not exist. And you know, I tell people all the time, you know, I have some depression issues. I suffer from depression. I have a lot of issues that I'm not ashamed to say, because admitting that you have a problem, it helps you deal with the problem. I also have OCD, but that's not as bad as the depression. Okay, the depression, I think I probably had it since I was 7, and nobody believed that kids got depressed or suicidal. And then it really blew up when I got in the Army, and then I got an honorable discharge, and then they had to remove my hip and put a metal hip in there. It's just really, it only got worse from there. I wrote my graphic novel to deal with my depression and my suicidal thoughts and my PTSD, and here I am, doing okay. But when I read that article about how the guy got shot by his girlfriend's ex-boyfriend, I thought to myself, I said, wow, this happens way too often, which is why you need to finish your business before you move on. If you break up with somebody, and there's been a lot of movies and TV shows about how the jealous boyfriend is always a jealous boyfriend, it's never the jealous girlfriend, except for our Days of Our Lives. But the jealous boyfriend has come back to hurt the girl or hurt the new boyfriend or worse than that, kill them. Well, here's why I have sworn that I would never do that. Alright? I've lost 4 young ladies in my life. 2 of them kin to me. 1 of them not kin to me, but the other one was a very good friend. The first one I lost was a very good friend. I was friends with her and her boyfriend, and this was like fresh out of high school. It was a murder homicide or a homicide suicide, or however you say it. And right then and there, because I knew them very well, and you know, I wasn't one of the cool friends they had, but I was still one of their friends. They both spoke to me, they both dealt with me, and when he killed her, it was like the last thing I ever expected. But they were in a relationship that kind of goes like this: I love you, but I don't want you, but I don't want anyone else to have you either. And they both died like we were probably barely 18 years old, if that. I was older than them, I think. But either way, they never saw 20 years old. No. And they did it in front of their baby. So that's always haunted me. So I've always said that if I ever get in a relationship, I will fight to keep my love until I can't, which is what my situation was. I fought to keep her until I couldn't. When she legally made it impossible, the business was finished. Whether it's unfinished on my half or not, once the law was involved and the harassment charges and all the other stuff, she legally made it impossible for me to talk to her. She did text me one time after. I guess it was accidental. I don't know. The cops told me to press charges on her, and I said no because I'm not going to stoop to that level. And there may be one day in her world where I may be the only one that she can call. And that door's always open. Just not for the heart, if I can help it. The key to that was the words, if I can help it. Now, if I'm married with children by the time that day comes, I will still help her out. But that's it. I'll be with someone else, and, you know, she will always be the love of my life, but it's been proven that I'm not the love of her, so I'm not going to keep living that lie, you know, and it'll just have to be what it is. Now, that's for any future girls watching this that are interested in me. I'm 1,000% committed to whatever girl I'm with. That's it. No cheating, because I'm ugly, so you'll never have to worry about that. But anyway, the second girl was not so much my friend. I knew the guy because he was like a big brother to me. He killed his girlfriend and himself in front of their baby. This started to become a pattern, and this was like 1999, and that was about the second time. And I said, if I'm ever lucky enough to ever get another girlfriend, because I had a couple of girlfriends, but they were mostly friends with benefits, so there were no relationships. Because the relationships happened between the ages of 12 to 15, and 16 was my last serious relationship, because not only did the girl cheat on me, she brought her boyfriend to my new job, or to my job rather, and that kind of did it in for me. And I wanted to beat his ass, but you know, the thing was, she might have never been my girlfriend in the first place. I might have been the one she was cheating on him with, and I didn't know. Okay, she was one of my friends' girlfriends. In other words, the 2 girls were best friends, and my friend introduced me to her, and we started dating, and I thought it was real, and clearly it was not. Okay, so years later, as I got older, I lost my 2 cousins. 2 dumb men who took their lives because they loved them, but they didn't want to be with them, but they didn't want anybody else to have them. If that doesn't make sense to you, you need to ask old heads like me what the hell that actually means. So after that, when I got my ex-fiance, because I was like knocking on death's door, I decided, you know, this is going to be the girl for me. I'm going to marry her. We're going to have happily ever after. Okay, 2 parts of that was bullshit. I didn't get to marry her, and there is no happily ever after. I'm still looking for my happily ever after, but if I find it, great. If I don't, great. I can always marry my job. If I'm lucky enough to ever get an acting career, I'll just marry that. I can't go wrong with marrying my job. And my job can't hurt me unless I get fired. Anyway, that being said, I learned valuable lessons about unfinished business. So if you are in a relationship, and especially if you're in an abusive relationship, you need to end it, get out, and get help, and get your significant other help, so that you won't have any situations where they love you, but if they can't have you, no one else can have you either. And I specifically say this happens more to girls than boys. The first time that your boyfriend puts his hands on you, the relationship should come to an end. Now, on a side note, I wanted to make a video because the young lady who killed her twin daughters is also on the video with the football player who got shot by his ex-girlfriend. So I'm not going to make that video. I'm just going to touch on it right here. I am pro-choice for this very reason. I do not know why the young lady killed her twin kids. I know you see them damn lights. Anyway, I know you see them damn lights. I'm sorry. But, when you are going to have a baby, it is the most important step that you as a man and you as a woman can take. Do not have a baby with random ass people that you don't want to deal with and that you don't want to be stuck with for the rest of your life. Because it's not going to help that baby, and it's damn sure not going to help you. No one wants to feel unwanted. And you should never, under any circumstances, if you're this overwhelmed that you have to kill your own children, you're in bad shape. Which is why you need to be careful at who you procreate with. I don't support abortion as a form of birth control. I do support abortion mostly in the cases of rape and incest, or attenuating circumstances where it's going to be my wife or the baby. I love my wife, and she's just going to have to get over it. I'm taking my wife. It also depends on how far along the baby is. We're going to have that discussion before we ever even have kids, if I'm ever lucky enough to find a woman that I can deal with that can marry me. Also, you must know Kung Fu. No, I'm just kidding. I would prefer to have a woman who knows Kung Fu or have some kind of athletic prowess to match what I used to be able to do in my 20s. And since I'm 45, I don't have time for games. So, yeah. And no more catfishing. Anyway, that being said, I want to end this video on what I hope to be a positive note. If you guys go look at Kung Fu Havoc 2 right now and check out my sucky ass Power Ranger tributes, you're going to see me knock myself silly with the nunchucks. So, I'll probably have a black eye in the morning. I already have a bruised shin. I showed you guys that also on one of the videos. And I want you guys to understand, I'm making this for your food of thought. So that when you enter a relationship, you get to know this person. I know that sex is going to be a heavy part of relationships. It always is. It's probably one of the most important things that will either keep you together or break you apart. But the most important thing is how you feel about each other here. However, before you procreate, make sure you know what you both want. You both have to be going in the same direction. You both have to want the same things. You both, more importantly, have to want to be together. And you both have to be willing to make the relationship work. And if you're not, then the relationship won't work and you're going to just be wasting each other's time. And if you bring a child into the world, then you, your woman, or your man, and the child are all screwed. Don't screw your unborn child. Make sure that you have your child with someone that you intend to spend the rest of your life with. And if that's not possible, but the child was there and y'all get along well, but y'all get a divorce, but you're okay. If you're a man, don't go telling her new man how she used to suck your dick. And if you're a woman, don't go telling your new man, boyfriend, whatever. I done twisted this shit all up. But if you're a woman, don't go picking fights with your boyfriend's new girlfriend. And don't tell her how much he ate your pussy if he doesn't eat her pussy. Okay? Hopefully that wasn't too graphic for y'all, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. Don't tell them about your sex life that you had with your ex. That's not something that they really need to be concerned about. But if they did something that you enjoyed and your new partner is willing to try it, at least one time, then you probably can find a silver lining. However, don't compare your lover's sexual activities to your new lover's sexual activity. I hope somebody's understanding what I'm trying to say. I'm going to end now because I'm putting my foot in my mouth. I'm James Williams. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. I'm going to bed. Be seeing you.